Handful of updates on Instagram this month. Yes, people are in holiday mode, so it's nothing crazy, but there's enough that is worth taking note of. I keep a close eye on these so that you don't have to, and in this video, I'll break down exactly what is coming and what is already here. Stay with me. I'm Phil Pallen, a brand strategist. Welcome to my channel where I promise practical advice to build your brand. I keep you updated on what's coming to Instagram every month. Let's jump right into updates. Easier for me to show you on screen, so I'll hop over right now. First things first, it was just announced that Instagram has finally reached 2 billion users. So it's definitely closing in on Facebook, still not quite as many as Facebook. That is a lot of users. So what does this mean for updates or changes that are coming in the new year? It means a lot, especially amidst behavior or accusations that Instagram has spent a lot of time in the last year copying other social media platforms like TikTok. Here's what head of Instagram Adam Mosseri has to say.
We're going to focus on three things. We're going to focus on inspiring people to be creative. That's an idea in which, honestly, Instagram was born. Remember those amazing photo filters and crazy frames back in the day?
I'll let Adam finish, but let's pause for a moment and unpack his first point quickly. By the way, those filters he's mentioning, I'm pretty sure those came from Snapchat, not Instagram, but we won't hold him to that. I love this post on social media today by Andrew Hutchinson, specifically talking about this first point that Adam makes. What can we expect to come from Instagram that's going to inspire people to be creative? Well, we know that Instagram is owned by Meta. Meta is obviously very focused on the future with AR, augmented reality, virtual reality. So this is a very interesting prediction. He says Instagram really is Meta's gateway into the next phase. It's going to need to use Instagram to connect with the next generation. Obviously, Instagram now is a lot cooler than Facebook, so they're going to use this. So what can we see? He says, if he hazards to guess, more specific focus on AR creation, like integrating 3D objects and experiences in the app. I thought this was a really good prediction. Let's continue listening to Adam.
We're also going to help people discover things that they love. This isn't just about videos, it's also about photos and creators and recommendations, but Instagram should be a place where you discover amazing things every time you use it.
Helping people discover the things they love. Now, this is where it gets very interesting because Instagram, obviously a platform where we choose who we follow, we get content from those people, whereas a platform like TikTok, you're getting a lot of content, consuming a lot of content from people you don't necessarily follow. Now, I'm pulling up a long post from Mark Zuckerberg last summer that said, and I want to highlight, one of the main transformations in our business right now is the social feeds are going to be driven primarily by the people and accounts you follow and increasingly driven by AI recommendations, okay? So I think he quoted at one point it was around 15%. Yes, right now he says about 15% of people's content on their Facebook feed and a little more on Instagram are driven by AI recommendations. I think in the future we are going to see you getting served up more, even more content from people that you are not necessarily following. This is a lot like what we already see on TikTok. The hope, though, is that the algorithm gets better and it's content that you actually want to see. There's been some friction around this on Instagram, and people are complaining that they're getting a lot of content that they don't really want.
And three, we're going to hopefully spark connections between people over what they find. This is how I think we can differentiate from the competition and not just be a lean back experience, but one where you start conversations about things that you discover on Instagram. And you're going to see us lean more into that in the year to come.
This is the final point that he makes, and I think it's really interesting because we've already started to see some changes come in this regard. The idea of sparking connections between people, not just connections in general, but connections around something specific that people are passionate about. So have a look, for example, you've likely seen this change happen in your Instagram. If you haven't seen it yet, know that it's coming. Now when we go over to the area in Instagram where we would see our DMs, we don't just see our inbox right here, people that I've been in touch with, sending direct messages back and forth, but now up here we see actual, they're calling notes, almost like status updates from back in the day on, I don't know how old you are, but this reference, MSN Messenger and other platforms. Here now the idea is that people are not just connecting, but they're actually creating connections around specific things. Things that people are passionate about, topics, interests, trends, etc. You can see all along here that I can see what people are saying in just a few sentences or words, and that might spark conversation. So we're already starting to see updates come in this regard. So those are the updates this month. And since we are talking about Instagram and how to grow, you should check out my Instagram growth checklist. This outlines exactly what to do on Instagram to get more followers organically, breaking down the perfect hour spent on Instagram to grow. Linked in the description below, my way of saying thanks for hanging out with me today. Now, I want to hear from you. If you've got any lingering questions about updates, comment below. Let's keep the conversation going on down there. I respond to those personally. And if you enjoyed this video, give it a like. That helps other people discover these videos, which I work hard to create for you. And subscribe for more of my videos on branding, positioning, building, and promoting your brand. Next, I'm sharing a few videos I think you'll be interested in. I'm Pallen. Thanks for watching. Those are coming up next.